If you have a family business, you're going to need to watch this video. Hi, I'm Blake Paul. I'm a trial lawyer with the firm of Peterson & Myers. Peterson & Myers has been in Polk County for more than 50 years. And we've had the opportunity to represent dozens, if not hundreds, of family businesses. Family businesses are unique because they allow families to get together, they allow them to work together for a common goal, they allow a training ground for younger family members to learn the trade and ultimately create their own career within the family business. As a trial lawyer, I've been involved in some of the more acrimonious and stressful parts of the life of family businesses. That's when one shareholder isn't happy with their position in the family business. Typically, this happens when one shareholder moves away, is no longer working for the business, no longer has a job with the business. And the shareholder looks back at the business and says, hey, I've got this valuable stock, but I can't eat it. It doesn't float, so I can't fish from it. I need some money from this valuable share that I own of this business. The people who still work at the family business, who go to work every day, are rightfully continuing to make a wage in the family business. And they tell the family member who's no longer working there, we don't have enough money to pay shareholders who aren't working. If you don't work, you don't eat. The recalcitrant shareholder says, well, if you hadn't been paying yourself so much money, or if you hadn't made that bonehead business decision, maybe you'd have some money to declare some dividends. Now we're off to the races, and they call the trial lawyer. Today I'm going to give the family business owner 3 tips to avoid these family business squabbles. Tip number 1, respect the corporate formalities. Most family businesses are corporations of some type. Under Florida law, corporations have to have annual meetings of shareholders and annual meetings of directors in order to elect directors and ultimately appoint officers. These meetings aren't just formalities. They're important to the life of the corporation. You ought to have minutes of these annual meetings, you ought to appoint your officers, and you ought to figure out how much those officers are going to make. Because a shareholder who participates in those meetings can't come back later and complain about things that were approved at those meetings. Number 2, create a shareholders agreement. Shareholders agreements are important because they protect the shares of the company. You can require that the shares of the company are kept in the family. You can deal with issues like divorce and what happens to the shares if one of your shareholders gets divorced. You can also deal with the situation where a shareholder is no longer working for the company and wants to be bought out. You can figure out how you deal with that and what it looks like so that you can protect the family business for the long haul. Number 3, sit down, talk about, and create a family succession plan. Are we going to hire our kids to work in this business? Are our kids going to hire their children to work in the business? If so, what does that look like? How do we train them up? How do we bring them into the business to protect the business and to protect from future family squabbles? If you will respect the corporate formalities, create a shareholders agreement, and then create a family business succession plan, you can protect your family business for generations. As Benjamin Franklin said, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. If you're interested in finding an ounce of prevention in order to avoid talking to the trial lawyer, please give us a call.